What's up, WWE Universe? Sorry, my nose is kind of itchy, and I'm not liking my hair too much. Think it's a little bit too long. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into hair length and whatever. I wanted to come on and do a quick Smackdown review of Smackdown tonight. Because this is the one of the few times that I actually watch SmackDown on Friday or Raw, whatever. Because usually I have a roommate here, and we have arguments over TV and stuff. He wants to watch something, I want to watch another. So I just use the DVR to record Raw, SmackDown, and TNA, and I usually don't get to watch them until the next day. So I don't get on to do reviews because it's useless. I don't know. And a lot of times my DVR kind of cuts off the last 5 minutes or whatever. I don't know. I have to figure that out. But anyway, I liked the beginning of the SmackDown tonight. Sorry, I'm kind of looking over at my notes that I wrote. Um, it. Let me just get into it. The first match was Edge versus Kane in a Last Man Standing Falls Count Anywhere match, with for the heavyweight title. Um, I loved this match. This was a great match. They actually went backstage and everything. You know, a lot of times with uh, Falls Count Anywhere matches these days with WWE, you know, they go around the ring, they go up the ramp on the stage. I don't know why I'm gesturing, you can't see, but around the stage. But they don't really go backstage anymore like they used to back in the day, back in the Attitude Era. Even back, you know, when Brock Lesnar was there, back in like the early 2000s and stuff like that. But they went backstage and everything. They actually went. You saw fans going by and stuff like back in the day, back when it was really good. You know what I mean? I thought that was awesome. Um, let's see. The thing I didn't like was Kane. Basically, he choke slammed. I think it was a choke slam. Through choke slammed Edge through the announce table. This was the first match of the night, and they already put somebody through the announce table. I like when they put people through the announce table, but the beginning of the show, come on. And then you have to look at the announcers every time they go over to the announce table and it's broken, and I just didn't like it. I think if they were gonna do that, that should have been the main event or something, or even later on in the show. But that's just my little pet peeve about it. I don't know. Um, and then you thought that Edge was down for the count, for the 10 count, but then you saw him basically use Matt Striker, try basically like climbed up him to get up. So he didn't lose there. Um, I think they could have used the backstage a little bit more, kind of like the old hardcore matches. You know what I mean? Where they would go in the back, where they would fight in the back. Use objects in the back. You know what I mean? Mops, throw them through doors, stuff like that. Back when it was fun, it's more fun for me. I loved watching that stuff. Even going in other people's locker rooms, whatever. See other superstars standing around. I liked when they used to do that. Um, but anyway, basically the winner was Edge with a concerto to Kane's knee, because Kane threw two chairs into the ring, um, and for some reason he went up to the top rope to. I don't know why he went up to the top rope, but he did, and then Edge caught him. He was down. Kane was down on the mat, and then he used the concerto on his knee, so he couldn't get up to answer the 10 count. But all in all, I thought it was a pretty good match. I think, like I said, there could have been some better things that happened, but, whatever. And I think that's kind of where they're kind of going a little bit more extreme, or, trying to get more ratings, WWE while still staying in their PG rating, I guess, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, second match was Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. It was a singles rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. I like this. I think this is a pretty good rivalry. But it's just these matches between Kofi and Dolph, I think they're kind of boring me. It's kind of like a generic Kofi versus Dolph match. I think they need to spice it up a little bit outside of pay-per-view. I think any more these days, the big things are happening just in pay-per-views. I remember back in, again, I'm going to refer to the Attitude Era. Sorry, I keep forgetting to look. Anyway, back when, what was I saying? Back when they had these big exciting things happening on SmackDown and Raw, not just pay-per-views. I mean, you gotta keep that up a little bit for fans to come back. I mean, I think Raw's did it good and is still doing it good with Nexus and stuff. But SmackDown, I don't know. Anyway, okay, and I'm sorry, I'm going through my notes. So the winner was Kofi. He won with Trouble in Paradise for his third Intercontinental title. But of course, Vicky Guerrero has to come back and do something. After the win, Dolph Ziggler attacked Kofi, and then Vicky does her excuse me crap. Basically says that Teddy Long is not there tonight, and she's the acting general manager of SmackDown. So she immediately makes the rematch for the Intercontinental title, and again, Kofi wins. So he retains the title. And then and I just have to say real quick, Michael Cole is getting on my nerves with his annoying back and forth with superstars. During the match, something good will happen with like the bad guy, like Dolph Ziggler. He'll be like, yeah, go Dolph, blah blah blah. Then when Dolph loses, he's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. I'm glad that Kofi won. Like, come on. I know he's supposed to be a bad guy or whatever, but it's just getting annoying anymore. Anyway, after the match, they had a little backstage fight with Vicky and Dolph arguing. Dolph walks away, and Vicky does her little freak out scream thing. That was just kind of stupid. Then another backstage thing, little interaction, was Kelly and Drew McIntyre were basically Drew's still trying to be this good guy, even though he's an asshole in the ring. Um, Basically asked Kelly for support in his match tonight. So that was, I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry if I'm kind of rambling, but whatever. I'm trying to get through this quick, so I don't. I think I might have to do a part 2. I don't know. I might just do that now. But alright, so come back for part 2. Alright.